High snap, play action, Nichols underneath, caught, gets away from one tackler, gets away from two tacklers, down the sidelines, one man to beat, stutter step, getting away to the end zone, number 8, Dylan Talley, touchdown, Bowie.
Robertson in motion, Craven's back to pass, goes across the middle, Ghostin holds it in, he's gonna go to the touchdown, to the house, Cravens to Ghostin, Colt, touchdown!
As a tight end, pulls a guard, Bauer finds the hole, follows the pulling guard, cuts outside, bounces outside to the 20, 10, 15, 5, touchdown, Bowers, touchdown, Bowie!
And folks, we have history at Haltom. Danny Bustamante has just pitched a no-hit, no-run, no-walk shutout. A perfect game for Danny Bustamante.
Rios looks at Alvarado and turns home. It's going to that left field gap. That's a base hit. Here comes Axel Alvarado. The Colts are going to take the lead in the top of the 7th on the base hit by Gannon Howard. Burkle out of position. They've got to pass, and they've got to go! Patomeco with the pass. Mirario has a bit of a look. Shot on goal, and he gets it in! Two tight end set here as we go to the left-hand side with B.J. Rogers. Rogers is into the second level. B.J. Rogers to midfield. One man trying to catch up to him, but he will not. Number 6 in for 6. That will do it.
This broadcast is under intellectual property and may not be repurposed or reproduced without express written consent. Enjoy this presentation from Zach Arnold Productions.
It's game day in Arlington, Texas, live from the ballpark at Bowie. This is Zach Arnold Productions, and we have all the action you're looking for. Broadcasting Bowie High School Baseball live. It's Texas High School Baseball presented by John Wade Roofing. The pregame show is coming right up. Right after this, we'll be right back.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Are you a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage? Or perhaps you're navigating the complexities of Medicare? Look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent insurance agency with over 50 years of experience with tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need home and auto, business insurance, or individual or group medical, Chapman Cornelius has knowledgeable agents who will help you select just what you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott at 817-265-3346. There we go. Welcome, baseball fans. It's baseball time in Texas, and your Bowie Volunteers are going to be playing the Sam Houston Texans here tonight from the ballpark at Bowie. Bowie's coming into the game 1-1 in district. Sam Houston coming in 0-2 in district to get us started. And let me introduce our staff we have with us tonight here in the booth sitting next to me. You'll hear him do some play-by-play later in the game. Welcome to the booth, Cameron Wilcox. Cameron, we're glad to have you aboard tonight.
Thanks for having me, Pops.
All right.
I appreciate it.
I'm Pops Doug Arnold, and we are glad to be presenting you this ball game tonight. The coaches have already met at home plate, and we're getting ready for the national anthem here. We'll step aside when the Golden Pipes of Bowie baseball get started. Yadi Pagan will be playing the national anthem for us. But until then, one of the things we're looking at tonight, Cam, is we've got a couple of teams that are fairly evenly matched coming into this ball game. Sam Houston is actually on an upswing. They have been adding more players to their team. Last year they fielded 12. This year they're up to 19, according to Coach Perez. And they're really excited about the growth that they're seeing in the Sam Houston Texan Ball Club. And so we'll be looking to see how they actually play here on the ball field tonight. Bowie had a very good season last year, but they're off to a little bit of a slow start this year with a 1-1 district start, winning one against Grand Prairie last week and dropping the other one on Friday night to that same Gopher team. So we're looking to see what these two teams are going to decide to do in district action this year as they're introducing the Sam Houston Texans right now. What would you be looking for tonight in this ball game, Cameron?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is Armendez. It looks like he's a freshman going against a Arlington Bowie team that I feel has some really big bats in the lineup. And that's what I want to see. I want to see if that pressure of this game is going to get to him or if he's got some good stuff out there starting off.
See, that's one of the things we're looking for from Bowie is some consistency in their play, because when we saw Bowie and called them in the tournament down in Cleburne, and they put up like 21 runs in that ball game, and they were hitting everything that was thrown to them from the Waco team. But then last Friday night they were struggling to make any kind of connection with the bats in the 3-0 loss to Grand Prairie. Now, did Grand Prairie hit a lot the other night? No, not necessarily, because Bowie, Zach was talking in the pregame last week that Bowie's defense is stellar. Had been stellar, very fundamentally sound, but in that game last Friday night, they stumbled quite a bit and had several errors throughout the ball game that allowed Grand Prairie to put those 3 runs on the board. Grand Prairie didn't hit the cover off the ball. They took advantage of mistakes. And so what we've got to see from Bowie tonight is we've got to iron out those mistakes and stop them. And they've got to make some connections with the bat when they've got runners in scoring position, because they left 2, 3, 4, 5. They left 6 runners in scoring position on base at the end of innings last Friday night. So we want to see a difference in that.
Well, when you talk about their bats, I mean, Jackson Turner, I'm pretty sure is going to go ahead and connect. And that beginning of the lineup is very strong with with Uribe and also Edom Florentino. I think that the cleanup hitter there is actually very good as well. So when they're hitting the bat up front, that end of the lineup, with Piper, Vega, Sanchez, those guys need to go ahead and get the bat on the ball and hit it hard somewhere and get those RBIs when they're out there. It's ducks on a pond. You might want to bring them around.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let me set the scene for you here at the ballpark at Bowie. It's a beautiful day. The wind is out of the south at about 17 miles an hour, and game time temperature is going to be 63 degrees, dropping to a low of 55 towards the end of the ball game. The Bowie defense is out there on the ball field right now, and we're going to step aside just for a second here as the Golden Pipes of Yachty Pagan presents the national anthem here. And we'll be right back as soon as the anthem is complete.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
All right, let's set the Bowie defense as we get ready to play here on a Tuesday night during spring break. At first base, Zion Sturgill, number 16. Second base, Josue Martinez. Over at third base, Christian Uribe getting the start tonight. Shortstop, Jackson Turner. In the outfield, Micah Couch is in left field. Isaiah Piper in center. Darian Brown will get the start in right field. And your battery for tonight's ball game, Sanchez behind the plate, and on the mound for Bowie, Andrew Vega. Andrew Vega on the mound for the Bowie Volunteers tonight. Josue Martinez behind the plate for the Volunteers to get this game started. Raul Sanchez. Thank you, Raul Sanchez. Had the wrong first name there. Sanchez behind the plate. The starting lineup for the Sam Houston batters in this first part of the inning, let me go through their entire lineup. Leading off and playing center field, Sebastian De La Rosa. At first base, in the second hole position, batting second, Angel Salgado. Batting third, Mark Ramos will be the starting shortstop. Batting fourth, Michael Soto, the designated hitter. Batting fifth, Brandon Jimenez, the second baseman. Batting sixth, Angel Quintero, the left fielder. Batting seventh for the Texans, Matthew Umansor, the right fielder. Batting eighth, George Cortez, the catcher behind the plate for the Texans. And batting ninth, Christian Zadarain, the third baseman for the Texans. So leading off, 1, 2, 3, De La Rosa leading off, Salgado on deck, and Mark Ramos, the shortstop, is in the hole to get us started. And we're ready to play some ball, Cameron.
Yeah, we are ready to play some ball. They've gone ahead and thrown it out. And
got the umpires ready. Here at the Bowie ballpark at Bowie, it's an all-grass field, all dirt infield and catcher's area. The left field line is 310 feet. Right field line is 310 feet. Dead straightaway center where the flags are flying straight out, 375. And about a 10-foot wall around that outfield fence with the big block Bowie balls in blue out there. You can see that on your screen. Sebastian De La Rosa steps in. Vega gets ready for his first pitch, and we're ready to go. The first pitch tonight is going to be presented by Modern West Windows. Open up this game, open up your home to new possibilities with Modern West Windows and Doors, our first pitch presenters this season. First pitch is fouled away for strike one. That ball up and out of the strike zone, 1-1. Fans, I want to remind you the pregame show was presented by Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services, a family-owned business with a team of professionals who have served the Arlington area for over 50 years. Next pitch is low and outside, 2-1. Don't let insurance be a headache. Chapman Cornelius can help you create a custom insurance plan tailored to your small business's needs and budget. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346 or go to www.chapman-cornelius.com. That last pitch was outside for ball three. It's a 3-1 count to the leadoff batter, Sebastian De La Rosa. 3-1 pitch from Vega is called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count goes full to 3-2 on the leadoff batter here in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, this is interesting. It's a righty against a lefty, a good battle.
That payoff pitch is up high and out of the strike zone, and De La Rosa is going to draw the free pass here to lead off the game. That'll bring up Angel Salgado, the first baseman for the Texans.
Angel Salgado.
With a runner at first. Vega having a little trouble finding the strike zone to get started.
Well, he is going into the stretch. Maybe this will help him out a little bit.
De La Rosa gets a good lead off there. Sturgill holding him tight. The first pitch is in there right down the pipe for a called strike one.
Yeah, he's really got to lock in now, Pops.
Vega comes set on the mound. Throw over to first base. It's a lob. Not a real serious throw. De La Rosa in easily. Sturgill not even applying a tag. This ball squared to bunt. It's bunted up in the air, and fortunately for the Texans, it lands harmlessly foul.
Looks like Sam Houston's trying to manufacture a run right off the beginning here.
Coach Perez wanting to push that runner along and get him into scoring position here. But the count does go to 0-2 on Salgado, so he's most likely going to be swinging away here because if you happen to bunt a third attempt foul, it's an out, and we don't want to do that here to start this game off. The 0-2 pitch coming in from Vega. Swung on and chopped down towards Coach Perez, who makes a good play there in the coach's box. Good play there by Coach Isaiah Perez. Coach Austin Tegler down at the first base coaching box for the Texans. Outfield playing kind of shallow tonight.
Mm-hmm. Looks like they're probably looking for that double play ball, too.
0-2 pitch is swung on right up the middle. The second baseman, Martinez, was moving towards the bag on the runner moving, and he was out of position on that ball that goes right past him, behind him, into center field, and Sam's got runners at the corners now with nobody out.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate play. They was looking to turn that double over, and unfortunately it got them out of position, and now they have runners at the corner, like you said, Pops.
That'll bring up the shortstop for the Texans, Mark Ramos. He's a senior captain on this team, one of the leaders for Coach Perez and the Texans. So with runners at the corners and nobody out, Vega's in a bit of a spot here to start off this ball game in the top of the first. First pitch, swung on and fouled off to the right side for a strike one.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's actually getting ahead in the lineup, Vega is, and unfortunately, it's just not panning out for him. You know, they were trying to help him out in the defense, and it didn't look as good as I thought it should when they were trying to turn that double over.
Vega comes set, takes a look at the runners and comes home. A bunt attempt down the first base line goes foul. Again, the suicide squeeze on there, as they were trying to get Ramos to lay one down on that right-hand side of the diamond and get that runner in from third. De La Rosa instead has to go back. De La Rosa at third, Salgado over at first. Nobody out in the inning here, top of the first. Vega gets a new ball, and he comes off the mound and looks at his running. We've got a little rundown situation watching third. He's coming home. Here comes the play home. Sturgill eats the ball and gets the out, but the runner scores from third base. Sebastian De La Rosa comes in to score the first run of the ball game for the Texans. Salgado is out on the rundown. There's now one out in the inning and nobody on base. Mark Ramos stays at the plate. Pitch from Vega. Ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ramos. 1 out in the inning now. Nobody on base. Swung on and fouled back into the fence behind home plate. Count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ramos.
You know, that was a smart play by Sturgill. Just take the out.
Yeah.
Just take the out. Let them go ahead and get it. We'll get it back when our bats come up.
Vega set, the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and chopped down towards shortstop. Jackson Turner playing there tonight. Scoops it up, gets it over to Sturgill in time for the out at first. 6-3 on the put out for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the number 4 hole hitter, sophomore Michael Soto, the designated hitter in tonight's ball game.
Designated hitter number 19.
You see, that's the situational baseball that I was talking about. Coming into this cleanup hitter, they got 2 down. Soto, you know, Vegas, he was in a little bit of trouble, but now he's ready to go. Now I think he's found his rhythm.
First pitch to Soto. A little bit down and low for ball 1. Want to mention one more feature here at the ballpark. It's got a long distance from the pitching from the plate, the batter's plate, back to the backstop. Curveball hangs inside and gets called. Called strike for Vega. The umpire liked the look of that curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Michael Soto. That ball low and down in the dirt. For a change, we can finally say the ball was down in the dirt. We've been playing on AstroTurf the entire season up to this point.
Absolutely.
But I kind of like the old school dirt and the grass stains, and you know, a player slides in and he gets his jersey all dirty, and you know he's in the game.
Getting dirty.
That ball's hit to right field. It's a little flare, and it's going to drop right in front of Darian Brown out there in right field for a base hit for Michael Soto. Just a little Texas leaguer. Dropped right in between Josue Martinez and Darian Brown out there.
Yeah, just throw his hands on an outside pitch. Take it right over the second baseman's head for a CNI single.
This is another one of the freshmen on the Sam Houston team. Their pitcher, Oscar Almendares, is a freshman, and we'll see him at the bottom part of the inning. But Brandon Jimenez, also a freshman. Swung on and tapped out to the no man's land between the pitcher and the second baseman. Pitcher recovers and gets it to Sturgill on time. Vega gets the out to retire the side on the 1-3 put out. That will take us to the break. We'll step aside and visit some of our sponsors. This is Bowie High School Baseball and Zach Arnold Productions, presented by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
Whenever a plumbing problem hits your home, experience matters. Pipe and Peak is a family-owned residential plumbing company with 16 years of experience that you can trust. They handle everything from yard leaks and slab leaks to tunnel work, and they're specialists in replacing old cast iron pipe. No job is too big or too small, and their pricing stays competitive. If you're seeing signs of aging pipes, now's the time to act. Send an email to Caleb Renfro to see how Pipe and Peak can help your home. When your high school field needs to look game ready, trust John Kling and the pros at Field Ops North Texas. This veteran-owned team delivers fast turnaround and long-lasting field striping for football, soccer, lacrosse, and more, using professional-grade paint and equipment. Field Ops proudly serves schools and communities across North Texas, helping student-athletes compete on fields that look as good as they play. Get a free quote today by visiting gofieldops.com/north-texas.
Welcome back to the ballpark at Bowie as the Sam Houston Texans have taken the field. Let me give you the lineup for the Texans, and then we'll go to the Bowie batting lineup. First base, Angel Salgado. Second base, Brandon Jimenez. Over at third base, Christian Zadarain. Shortstop, Mark Ramos. Left field, Angel Quintero. Center field, Sebastian De La Rosa. Right field, Matthew Umansor. And the battery for the Texans. Behind the plate, Oscar Cortez. And on the mound, the freshman, Oscar Almendarez. Almendarez pitching for the Texans here this evening. The lineup for the Bowie Volunteers will go like this. Micah Couch will be leading off the left field, playing in left field tonight. Jackson Turner batting second, the shortstop for tonight's ballgame. Batting third, Christian Uribe holding down the hot corner at third base for the Bowie Volunteers. Batting fourth, Idam Fiorentino, the designated hitter. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Darian Brown. Batting sixth tonight, center fielder Isaiah Piper. Andrew Vega, the pitcher. Raul Sanchez, the catcher. And rounding out the top nine, Josue Martinez at second base. First pitch from Almendarez is low and outside for ball one. So the 1-2-3 batters, Couch, Turner, Uribe. That pitch gets away from Oscar Cortez at the plate. As we mentioned, a lot of distance between home plate and the backstop here. So if there are runners aboard, which there are not right now, so that didn't hurt anything, the catcher really has to demonstrate some good defense to keep those runners from advancing throughout the game, Cam.
Mm-hmm. I think that's – oh, here it comes.
Reach out and catch that one, Cam. That one sailed over the backstop here at the ballpark. Count goes to 1-2 strikes on the leadoff batter, Micah Couch. We actually have a net that will protect us from any baseballs coming into the booth here. That ball's low and outside. Count evens at 2-2 strikes. Bottom of the first inning here. Bowie's first time at the plate. That ball's a little bit high. Count runs full now to Couch.
Quick. He's making quick work up there, Armendez.
Armendez comes set in his wind and the payoff pitch. Swung on and hit to shortstop. Mark Ramos picks it up, throws it across the diamond to Angel Salgado, and that's the first out.
That was a nice routine play over there by that shortstop. Yes, he looked really smooth as Jackson comes up. Our shortstop.
Yeah, our shortstop.
Arlington Bowie.
Yep. 6-3 put out, puts one out on the board, and that'll bring up Jackson Turner for his first turn at bat tonight.
Yeah, they're making a lot of chatter over there for Jackson.
Turner got one base hit in his 4 at-bats on Friday night. First pitch to him is a called strike one. Almendarez gets the sign from his catcher, Cortez. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit high to left field. It's way up in the air. Angel Quintero circling under it, and he puts it away for out number 2.
Just got under it a little bit. He hit it hard, though. That was a hard hit. He was right on it.
Right on the nose, maybe just straighten it out a little bit. Or one of the things we noticed on Friday night was Bowie was hitting what I call atom balls. Everything they hit was right at him.
Yep. I saw that last week at the other game we were at, and that was kind of something that was similar.
So 2 outs in the inning. Almendarez's first pitch to Uribe is a called strike 1. Christian Uribe up there with the Hunter's orange shoes. Can't miss him at the plate. He got 2 base hits in his 3 at-bats on Friday night. Had a hot bat. That pitch is a little bit low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the inning, nobody on base.
Yeah, he's looking to continue that, I'm sure.
Like to get a little bat on ball here. Start a little 2-out rally.
Seems like that's what they like to do around these parts.
1-1 pitch. Oh, it's going to be a little bit inside on that curveball. It doesn't break. Uribe sucks in the gut. Which that's a little bit harder for me to do than it would be on that young man.
Maybe you should take one for the team, Pops. Hey, let's get a base runner.
2 balls and 1 strike on Uribe. Swung on and chopped down the third base line. Will it stay fair or foul? They're going to let it roll, and it's going to go past the base and be foul. That was a little risky because that ball could hit a rock or something.
And hit that bag.
If it bounces off that bag, it's a fair ball.
Absolutely.
So Christian Zadarain gets a little bit of a break there, a calculated risk. And the count would be 2 balls and 2 strikes on Christian Uribe.
Yeah, he's ready now.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch swung on and chopped again down that third baseline. Uribe's getting around on it just a little early.
Well, it looks like Armina I apologize. Armendariz is like a change-up type of curveball.
He's a slow velocity, and there's one that does plunk him. So that time Uribe hung in on it. That was another one of those curveballs that just hung inside and didn't break. And Uribe will be on first base with a hit by pitch. HBP, as he does take one for the team this time. And that'll bring up
the designated hitter number 14, Item Fiorentino.
As you hear from the golden pipes of Yadi Pagan, the voice of the Bowie Volunteers, Item Fiorentino coming up to bat, designated hitter for the Vols. In that game Friday night, Fiorentino had a base hit to lead off in the first inning, not to lead off, but in his first at bat, and went silently the rest of the time. This is a hit down the third base line. It's going to be fair. Quintero tracks it down and gets it back quickly into the infield. Uribe is held at second base, but a good, solid base hit there by Fiorentino.
Right, he's in that batter's box. I think he was looking for that. He's looking for that off-speed pitch. Armendariz has been throwing those off-speed pitches, and he's been getting them over the plate. But then after he had that hit batter, that probably shook him a little bit, and he threw one right over the plate that didn't break.
Yep, he grooved that one. And now it's going to be up to Darian Brown to try. He's got a duck on the pond out there at second base. We want to get a clutch hitter and bring him in. First pitch from Almendarez is looked at for ball 1.
I'm sure this lefty is looking to tie this game up.
Fiorentino takes a look at Uribe and comes home with it. Swung on and hit right back to Almendarez. Snags it before it gets by him and tosses it to first, and the threat is extinguished. The 1-3 putout is the third out of the inning, and that'll take us to the break between the first and second inning. This is Bowie High School Volunteer Baseball from the ballpark at Bowie, brought to you by Zach Arnold Productions, sponsored by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades. and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com.
Navigating Medicare options isn't easy. Hi, I'm Patsy Arnold, and when the time came to navigate my options, I went to Chapman Cornelius. They helped me find the best plan for my needs, quoted me life insurance options, and guided me in making my decisions every step of the way. They want to do the same for you, so give them a call at 817-265-3346 or visit chapman-cornelius.com.
Welcome back to the top of the second inning from the ballpark at Bowie. And the second inning is presented by Pipe and Peak Plumbing. Call Caleb Renfro if you need a cast iron replacement specialist at 817-807-7069. Pipe and Peak Plumbing, serving Arlington for over 16 years, your second inning sponsor. And now I'm glad to turn over the play-by-play as Bowie gets ready to start this second inning to my sidekick for the night, Cameron Wilcox.
Thanks, Pops. I'm taking a look here at what's going on, and I'm seeing that Sam Houston manufactured a nice little run at the beginning, and I think that Andrew Vega found his rhythm towards the end of that inning, of the bottom of the first, or the top of the first there, and I think he's going to come out strong in this second inning. So as we have our batter go into the batter's box, our number
6, 7, 8.
Okay, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be Angel Quintero as he fouls one off to the backstop here. Foul for strike one. And Andrew Vega, he's back on the mound as he's ready to deliver his second pitch to Angel as he winds up and delivers another foul tip going into a pitcher's count, 0-2. Like I said, I felt like he was going to come into this inning and settle down a little bit and get into a good rhythm, and it looks as though that's the case here as he has an 0-2 count against Angel Quintero as he throws one low and away, as he should, to see if Angel will chase one out of the strike zone, giving it a 1-2 count.
It's good to see Vega working ahead in the count here to start off this inning, as he had some trouble finding the zone to start the game.
As he throws another ball in the dirt. It was a fastball, low, for ball two. What's Zach saying on the 2-2?
He likes deuces or wild.
That's right. Deuces are wild here at the ballpark in Bowie, as Vega winds up and delivers a ball to the first baseman, Stargell, as he makes the tag on a slow roller down the first base line for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that one rolled down the first base line and stayed fair all the way down, and Sturgill finally decided to jump on it, and he was right on top of the bag, so he just tagged it with his glove instead of his foot, and the umpire rang him up down there. So there's one out away, and that's basically a 3-3 put out for the first out of the inning, Cam.
That's correct. And now we're going into the second batter of the inning, Matthew Umanzor. Appreciate it, as Vega delivers for a low ball one. Like I said, he's already gotten off to a good start as he goes into his second pitch of the delivery for a called strike on the inside. That was a really good-looking pitch on the inside. He's painting the corners here.
It seems like this umpire likes the ball to be thrown low in the zone. He's going to call low ones tonight. As long as he does it for both sides, we're okay.
Right, as he delivers another called strike on the outside of the corner of the plate for 1-2 to Umanzor. Yeah. I like I said, he's working well on the count. He's painting the corners absolutely well as he throws one low to the outside as it gets away from our catcher here.
The Bowie players that are on deck are racing each other behind the home plate here to see who can get the ball first. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, Raul Sanchez behind the plate is a little far outside for him to get to. As we deliver the pitch up the middle, it's hit hard towards center field. It's bobbled a little bit, but gotten back into second base as Umanzor hits a CNI single right up the middle on a fastball down the middle by Vega.
Yeah, even with the outfielders playing fairly shallow here tonight, That ball just went right past Vega and dropped right in front of Isaiah Piper out there in center field for a very nice-looking little base hit.
So in Manzor, he's on first as he takes a nice-sized lead. Vega checks over. He throws over. Stargell puts the tag, but Umanzor slides back in head first safely.
I think that was closer than we thought it was.
I thought it was closer as well.
The umpire made a very emphatic safe call out there to let us all know he saw it and he was safe.
Yeah, well, Vega made a very quick move to first as he delivers to home plate. As the steal is on, the throw is off, and Umanzor moves over to second, killing the double play ball. That was a good throw by Raul Sanchez. Unfortunately, it was a little bit high as Umanzor slid up under that tag.
That puts a runner out at second base for Sam.
So now we have a man on second base, 1 out, 1 strike, as Vega goes into his windup here. He's actually in the stretch, and he's checking Umanzor as he delivers for a ball outside for ball 1. So we won 1 and 1 across the board here.
Aces are wild now with one runner on as well. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. If we only had number 1 at the plate.
If we only had number 1 at the plate. Snake eyes, I guess. So Vega goes into his windup.
Look how close Piper's creeping in.
And he delivers as a bunt is tried to attempted by the batter here.
As the pitch is coming in from Vega, Piper in center field is creeping in another 5 or 6 steps towards the infield, leaving huge amounts of territory out there. All 3 outfielders are playing very close tonight.
As Vega attempts a fake to second just to hold the runner. Just
a wheel and turn. That's okay to fake a throw to third or to second like that.
Right.
If you try to throw one to first, that's not a good thing. It's called a balk.
Right. He'd have to throw it as he delivers to Jorge Cortez at the batter's box, and he fouls one over towards the Bowie dugout.
Cortez, one of the younger players for Sam. He's a sophomore, playing the catcher position for the Texans.
Yeah, they got a couple of sophomores in their starting lineup here. As Vega looks for his sign. Umanzor's got a pretty big lead over there. He gets the sign and delivers to the plate. The ball's hit to third base. The play is made. Stargell comes off the bag, but the out is called for the second out of the inning.
So Cortez is out on the 5-3 put out. For, like you said, the second out. But that does push a runner over as far as third base for the Texans and see if they can get the clutch hit to bring him in.
Yeah, Christian Uribe, he made a really good play on that. Unfortunately, he couldn't hold that runner on the second. So he moves over to third as Vega goes into his windup and throws for a called ball. No. That was a little high. I thought that was a strike. I thought he was going to call it a strike.
From our position high above the field in the booth here, it looked good. The umpire's got a better look at it.
Right, as Zadaran swings and misses as a fastball goes by for strike 1. So now we're at 1 and 1 and 2 outs in the top of the second inning as Vega goes into his windup and throws one right past him for strike. Is that not strike? Oh,
strike
okay,
2.
Yeah, strike 2. Muscled it right on past him. Yeah, I think he needs to go right at Zadaran and punch him out, which he does.
And there he goes.
For strike 3 and the third out as Vega finishes the inning off with a nice strikeout. As we go into the bottom of the second, we'll be right back right after these messages.
It's okay.
Modern West Windows and Doors is a partner of the Zap Network. They're also partnered with trusted industry leaders like Lowen, Weather Shield, and Simpus to guarantee quality product and installation. Whether you're searching for new concepts for your entryway, living room, dining room, bedroom, or even a workshop, Modern West has the solutions you're looking for. Visit the showroom at 1211 6th Avenue in Fort Worth or visit modernwestwindows.com.
Taqueria Taco Express is the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions.
With locations in Arlington, Grand Prairie, Waxahachie, and a new location opening in Mansfield, solving your Mexican food craving has never been easier. Visit them on Taco Tuesdays for their special 5 tacos and a large agua fresca for just $10. Find out more by visiting TaqueriaTacoExpress.com.
And welcome back as we go to the bottom of the second here at Bowie, as we see the Volunteers go into their 6th, 7th, and 8th batters of the lineup, with Isaiah Piper leading off, Andrew Vega on deck, and in the hole, Raul Sanchez, our catcher.
We were commenting on Piper and his position in the field, creeping ever closer during every pitch in that last half inning. The outfielders are playing very shallow. So my concern there is if a ball gets in the gap, it's going to be rolling forever because it's going to be really hard to catch up to it.
Right, as Armendariz throws a first pitch for a ball, and we have a 1-0 count against Isaiah Piper as he takes an inside pitch for a strike. So now we have a 1-1 count going into the third pitch as he gets the sign and delivers another inside off-speed pitch for ball 2.
Piper struggled in his 3 at-bats on Friday night, so looking to make some connection here against Armendariz in this ball game.
As Armendariz delivers another ball, taking the count to 3-1. And you said something about their creeping in. That's a fast outfield, though. So
True.
Anything over their heads or in the gap, I'm sure they're going to get to it, as another pitch is thrown inside for a strike to Isaiah Piper. 3-2 count, full count for Armendariz. And his final pitch here is hit to the left fielder for a routine fly ball that is caught for the first out of the inning.
Good play by Angel Quintero as he was keeping an eye on that one all the way and able to play the wind. The wind seems to be dying down just a little bit here, but it was pushing that ball as the wind's coming in from right field across to the third base dugout. And so good job by Quintero to keep his eye on that one. And that's the first out on the F7.
As that's bringing up Andrew Vega to help out his own cause here.
His first at bat tonight.
As he takes the first pitch for a ball. As the second pitch is delivered, it's an inside pitch again on the inside of the plate, called ball 2. Going into a batter's count here. I'm sure that he's going to be looking for something that he can connect with as he takes a strike right down the middle fastball from Armendariz. So now we have a 2-1 count, 1 out, top of the second, as the pitch is low in the strike zone for ball 3, 3-1 count.
Hitters count again.
As Armendariz throws one, and it's hit by Vega to the second baseman, who makes a routine play for the second out of the inning.
Brandon Jimenez making the out there, and scorebook will make it a 4-3 second out. As like Cam said, just a routine ground ball, but the routine plays are the ones, if you don't make them, they'll kill you.
Absolutely, absolutely. I thought that if he would have came around on that ball a little bit harder, I think he could have hit it over towards, the middle of the field or possibly in the gap over here and had a CNI single, as we have Raul Sanchez come up and hit one high towards the backstop, and there's no play on the ball.
Oscar Cortez showed some good hustle there, tossing that helmet, trying to get back there in the no man's land behind home plate to make a play, but it was just beyond his reach.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we go into the second pitch of the at-bat, Armendariz delivers, and it's hit hard to left field again, as the shortstop actually makes the play on this one for the final out of the inning. And unfortunately, it looks like they went 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second, And we're going to go ahead and go to a break for a moment. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Field Ops North Texas is the trusted name in athletic field marketing for schools, teams, leagues, and tournaments. They even do commercial landscaping. The better question is, what can't they do? With fast turnaround times and proven expertise, they make sure your grounds look unbeatable every time. Call 817-908-2194 to find out more.
Welcome back to the top of the third inning. Your score, Sam Houston 1, Bowie 0. We want to remind you that the third inning here on Zach Arnold Productions is presented by Field Ops. They do more than just field markings. They also do commercial landscaping. Find out all John Kling can do by calling 817-908-2194. The third inning presented by Field Ops. Tossing it back to Cam Wilcox for the call here as Andrew Vega is back on for his third inning of work.
And like I said before, I mean, he's looking to go up, three down, just like Sam Houston did in the last inning here.
Leading off for Sam Houston,
as we have the center fielder leading off, Sebastian De La Rosa. As they go to the top of the lineup, we have Angel Salgado on deck and Mark Ramos in the hole. As Andrew Vega winds up and delivers. Like I said, he's been trying to paint those outside corners all day. Unfortunately, that one did not connect for a strike. It's called for a first ball as he goes back into his wind-up. And throws one hard as his hit all the way over into right field for a routine out.
That sounded a lot better off the bat than it turned out to be.
Yeah, it did.
So the F9 puts away De La Rosa.
Angel Salgado.
Right, that was a good play over there by Darian Brown to make that look very routine, like we said before, making it look easy out there as we have Angel Delgado coming in the second hole here to face Andrew Vega. First pitch. Hits him on the shoulder as he takes his base to get a base runner on for the Sam Houston team.
The hit by pitch, the second one we've seen in the game. Christian Uribe took one off the gut in his last at bat for Bowie. And now this one puts Salgado on at first base and brings up the shortstop Ramos.
Right. I'm not sure exactly what he was trying to do there. He was trying to do something inside, of course, but unfortunately it looks like it got away from him as Salgado takes a small lead as the ball is thrown outside the strike zone by Vega for ball one. There's one down here, so of course they're always looking for that double play ball up the middle. As Vega looks, delivers. Ball's hit foul, right side. Darian Brown makes a play on it on the right field line. Throw to first. That's a good play over there in right field as he tracked it down. It was a short hit ball, like you said, Pops. They were playing in, so he was able with that speed out there to track that ball down for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, great athleticism by Darian Brown. Great hustle there, and then they have the presence of mind to throw it back to first base to try and double up Salgado. Good play by Darian Brown.
Helping Vega out as he goes into the stretch and delivers another curveball inside for a ball one.
Number 17.
Yeah, I'm sure Vega's happy to see
Michael
that.
Soto up for, we got 17 up.
No name on the reserves for him either.
We've got a player for Sam Houston that we don't have a number on the roster for even. So mystery number 17 gets a hit into right field.
And yeah, he does. It's a blooper right over the second baseman's head as Darian Brown holds the runner to second, the lead runner to second. And now Sam Houston has Brandon Jimenez coming in to see if he can bring in an RBI with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning here.
Cam, I happen to work with these coaches from Sam Houston, so I'm going to text my friend from here in the dugout and find out who number 17 is.
Right, our mystery man on
Our
first
mystery
base.
man.
As Vega throws one, and it's hit foul to the backstop for strike 1. As we have Brandon Jimenez, like I said, in the batter's box. He's taking his cuts here with a man on first and second, 2 outs. As Vega takes a look at Salgado on second and delivers an inside pitch for another foul ball to the backstop for strike 2. Pitcher's count.
I apologize for getting behind on the score bug. I was texting my friend to see who number 14 is. We'll see if we get an answer.
Right, so we have 0 balls.
We got runners at first and second with 2 out here in the inning. Sorry, Cam.
No problems, no problems. We have 0-2 count, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Vega ends the third inning like he ended the second with a nice strikeout against Brandon Jimenez. As we go into the third as we go into the bottom of the third inning, it was a little bit of a scare there, but we're going back into the bottom of the third inning. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Are you a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage? Or perhaps you're navigating the complexities of Medicare? Look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent insurance agency with over 50 years of experience with tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need home and auto, business insurance, or individual or group medical, Chapman Cornelius has knowledgeable agents who will help you select just what you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott at 817-265-3346.
Looking for a plumber you can rely on? Pipe and Peak handles all your residential plumbing needs. From tunneling and slab leaks to camera inspection and sewer repair, and even cast iron replacement. They offer competitive pricing and now offer financing to make repairs easier to manage. Family owned and trusted for over 16 years, they treat every home like their own. Call 817-807-7069 to get your free quote and get your plumbing handled right.
And welcome back to Bowie Baseball here at the ballpark, as we have a 1-0 score going into the bottom of the third inning, as we have our ninth, first, and second batter, as Jose Martinez steps into the batter's box, and Armandez throws a called strike for his first pitch.
This will be Josue's first at bat tonight for the Volunteers, as he'll be taking it back to the top of the order right after him. Almondera is still on the mound for the Texans.
As the call, it's a pop-up that falls fair for Josue Martinez, as he gets a pop-up base hit where the Sam Houston team just nobody called the ball.
Yeah, there was no communication on that play. It dropped right in front of Jimenez out at second base and then spun and rolled into foul territory. Since the ball was beyond first base, the rule would say that is a fair ball. If the ball had dropped in the infield and rolled into foul territory before passing first, it would have been just a foul ball.
Right.
But as it is, a base hit for the leadoff batter, Martinez.
As Couch bunts down the first base line, and he beats it, and then
overthrows the first baseman.
Jose Martinez makes his way all the way to third as the Armendariz makes an error on the throw to first, trying to rush it over and throw it with his mitt. Unfortunately, now we have
runners at the corners.
We have runners at the corners. We have
So,
Couch at the corners.
on the bunt attempt by Couch, Almendarez fielded the ball and then tried to flip it out of his glove, which is never advisable, to the first baseman Salgado, and he flipped it right over Salgado's head into no man's land in foul territory, and that just allowed Martinez to keep running thus the runners at the corners. And there goes. They should get him at second. What's going on here? Second baseman has the ball. He's watching the runner at third. He tags out the runner from first to second, but the runner from third never went home. So it's just an out on Micah Couch for the first out of the inning. That was almost comical. I'm sorry, folks. Coach Johnson is coming out to contest this, feeling like maybe Almendarez – but Almendarez, if he went towards third, he's not obligated to throw to third. And that's what it looked like on first take. Well, once he's off the mound, once he throws to third, he's now off the pitcher's mound, and he can fake anywhere.
The play is under review, presented by Don Davis Nissan.
Well, yeah, so they're out there right now, just having a conference in reference to what Armendarez did, because they did call Couch out at first, and the thing is he kind of walked towards like he was going to second, and there was a fake throw to third. There's a fake throw to third, so now they're counseling, and they are calling Micah Couch out at first. They're calling him out at first for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, so it was a situation where Almendarez fielded the ball, but the runner was going to second, and Almendarez faked to third, which now he's just an infielder.
Right.
And he can fake to second. They did throw to second and get the out, but the runner never went home.
As Armendarez throws to the plate for ball one. So
we have one out in the inning and a runner on third. I got to fix the score bug for you folks after all that interaction.
Yeah, Josue is still at third as he takes his lead, and Armendarez is still delivering to the pitchers, delivering to home plate as the ball is foul out of play down the right field line for a pop foul strike.
So we got one ball, one strike, one out, one runner over on third. The Aces are running wild here, and Bowie needs to get a hit. They've got to get that runner from third. Josue Martinez has got to come home for the Volunteers.
Right. We have Jackson at the plate, Jackson Turner right now. And like I said, he's a good hitter in the third spot as he gets a curveball called strike, bringing the count to 1-2. One out here in the bottom of the third. The Volunteers are down one run with Josue on third. Armendarez pitches inside fastball for a ball, giving it a 2-2 count. I'm sure Jackson is looking to get this RBI as he's staring down the pitcher, Armendez. Here's the delivery. It hits him in the back. As Jackson takes first base, putting another runner on first and having runners at the corners. Josue Martinez and Jackson Turner. As Uribe comes up, Christian Uribe comes up in the
runners at the corners now with one out. Bowie Volunteers have something going here. And again, like you said, Uribe coming up, and he got hit by a pitch in his last at bat. He needs to hit the ball.
Right. We want him to hit it hard somewhere. We want him to hit it hard somewhere and bring these guys around so that we can go ahead and get a lead here as Armendarez fakes over to third again, thinking that I'm thinking that he probably thought he was going to get the same result that he got the first time that he did it.
Yeah, Coach Johnson brought it up to field umpire, and the field umpire says, no, he's okay.
As Uribe
little hit and run.
bunts.
Bunt and run on that one.
Bunt and run.
Bunt and run as the runner was taken off from first.
Yeah, Christian tried to lay down a bunt. He fouls it back to the backstop for strike one. So it's only one out. There's an open base here at second. Man on first, man on third. 0-1 count, one out. Christian Uribe is ready for the pitch. Here's the delivery. Curveball, hit up the gap. The shortstop makes a play. Throws over to first. Safe at first. He dug it out, moved the player over. Now the bases are loaded here for Edom Florentino.
That was a tough play for Mark Ramos. And the runner on the hit and run, the runner from first to second, which is Turner, was already there.
Yeah, he was already on the move.
So when Ramos turned to look at second to get the force out, the runner was already there standing on the bag, and he had to pivot and go over to first base, and he didn't have enough time to get it there. So here's the thing. I'm not going to – I can't give Ramos an error on that. He fielded the ball. He just threw the ball too late once he made his mind up.
Right.
And
that's
bases,
the thing.
And now the bases are loaded.
Right. Christian hustled down that line, that first base line, to beat the throw, to give it a bases loaded situation for
Almendarez.
I so apologize to everybody.
Okay. Martinez at third, Uribe down at second, Jackson Turner at second, Uribe at first. Bases full of volunteers here.
As the ball is fouled.
No, it's still in the air.
It's in play as the first baseman makes the play.
First baseman Angel Salgado floats over in foul territory to take care of that pop-up there by Idem Fiorentino.
For the second out of the inning, bringing up our next batter, Darian Brown. Darian Brown is coming up here. A good left-hander.
But Cam, we've got to get a hit. Bases loaded with one out. If they go over on this at bat, it's going to be really troubling. Got to have a clutch hit here.
As he takes the pitch inside for ball one. That's the thing here. It's bases loaded. It's 2 outs now. This is a big spot for Darian. And the thing is I think he's going to step up here.
2 left on base, one of them in scoring position in the first inning.
As he takes time.
We need to see a clutch hit come through here for the Volunteers.
Right. This isn't the first time that we've seen Almendarez in a little bit of a pickle. So let's see if Darian can go ahead and score these runs. Here's the pitch. Fastball down the middle, fouled off the left field, down the left field line for strike one. The count's 1-1 here. As Darian steps back in, digs in, takes his place in the batter's box and takes a couple of cuts here. Armendariz gets the sign, goes into his windup, delivers a curveball low for ball 2. So the count's here 2-1, 2 outs, bases loaded for Darian. As he's taking his time. He is taking his time. He's ready now.
Bases full of balls here.
Darian Brown in a big spot here. 2 outs. As he takes another strike. The count's deuces wild. Deuces wild. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
3 on.
3 on. Bases loaded. I mean, this is the situation we're in here. As Almendarez goes into his windup, delivers, fastball, hit back to Almendarez again for the 3rd out of the inning.
So disappointing.
That is the 2nd time that's happened in this game so far, where he's gotten into trouble and the ball's been hit right back to him for the final out of the inning. This is high school baseball on Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Modern West Windows and Doors invites you to see the difference. Whether you need sliding doors, bay windows, or just need a more modern look, Modern West has options to fit both your style and budget. Stop by the showroom at 1211 6th Avenue in Fort Worth to see for yourself, or call 682-255-6094 for more information.
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
Oh, wait, you're doing the 4th, too. Back to live here from the ballpark at Bowie. Cam and I were discussing who's got the call here, and I'm going to run with the introduction of the beginning of the 4th inning graphic. Our sponsor here for the 4th inning is Trinity Logistics Services. Don't let hauling be a hassle. Trinity has dumpsters that fit any size project, and they drop off and they pick up, so you can focus on cleaning up for the win for your home or business. Call Chet Soto at 817-693-1302 for more information. I love that reader because I love the fact they drop it off and they pick it up, because once I fill it up, I want it gone. And Trinity Logistics Services, who sponsors the 4th inning, will take care of that for you.
And welcome back. So leading off for the Sam Houston high school baseball team here is Angel Quintero. As Andrew Vega is still pitching, as this ball is hit hard down the left field line, foul for strike 1.
This is a low-scoring affair so far, Cam. The Volunteers had a chance in that last half inning and came up empty with a 1-0 score on the board.
As Andrew Vega goes into his second pitch, and I know he wants a little bit of help there with those bats, but unfortunately it's just not panning out for him right now. So he's got to go ahead and pitch, as hard as he can to go ahead and keep this score at 1-0 so that his defense can get back into the dugout and get those bats going again.
Absolutely. Well, get them going, period.
Period. They had bases loaded, so, I mean, they're doing a little bit of something, as the second ball is a curveball hit foul to the backstop for strike 2.
They did get one base hit in that.
Mm-hmm.
An error and a hit by pitch put the bases loaded, but then they couldn't bring anybody across.
As Andrew Vega throws one hard, high and outside for ball 2, bringing the count to deuces wild.
2 balls, 2 strikes here as the temperature goes down. The sun goes down. The temperature is going down a little bit. It's always a little bit chillier here in the first part of the season.
Mm-hmm. Going into the spring here, as Andrew Vega delivers a low curveball for ball 3, bringing it to a full count. We're going to get a payoff pitch here. To Angel as he fouls it back to protect the plate.
Good crowd here tonight at the ballpark at Bowie. Sam Houston actually well represented in their stands over here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fans lined up right behind the home plate area. And then the right field, the first base stands for Bowie have a good representation here. So it's a good night to be at the ballpark here on spring break.
Yeah, they made sure to bring their covers. It's a little chilly, a nice little wind out there. As Andrew Vega delivers and hits. And hits the batter.
Yep, hits Quintero, and he'll head down to first base. Coach Pettis comes down and wants to check with his batter and make sure he's okay. He's talking with the home plate umpire.
Well, maybe they're saying it didn't hit him.
No, it hit him. I think what they're saying is he may have been leaning into the strike zone.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
it'll stay 3-2.
Okay, so they're saying they're not awarding him because he was in the strike zone.
Correct.
And here's the delivery pitch. As it's fouled out again, as Quintero fouls it off to protect the outside of the corner of the plate.
Yep. A little bit of an unusual play there as the ball did appear to bounce off. Maybe it bounced off the end of the bat.
That's what I was going to say.
It just cued off the end of the bat instead of his elbow.
Maybe it hit foul first, or foul tipped off the ball.
Yep.
Or fouled off the ball and then caromed into
elbow.
Him. Mm-hmm. As the delivery pitch goes, foul down the right.
I'll tell you what, we can't call those foul balls down the right field line too quickly, because we've seen Darian Brown hustle over and make a play. Zion Sturgill is a good athlete and hustles over all the time. So we kind of got to hold our breath on those little flares down the right field line there.
Yeah, I've seen Sturgill play a couple of times now this season, and I really like his play over there at first. He's actually really good first baseman over there.
Good
He
athlete.
makes a lot of plays over there. As Andrew Vega goes into his he steps back.
Got a nice little battle going on here between Vega and Quintero.
Right, with a full count.
It's like the 3rd or 4th full count pitch we've had.
Here's the delivery. Curveball, called strike.
Beautiful pitch. Sorry.
For his 3rd strikeout of the game here, of the contest.
Beautiful curveball right over the middle of the plate.
Well, you know what he did. He set him up a little bit. He quickened up his bat, and then he changed his eye level a couple of different times with that fastball, fouling that fastball off. Then he delivers a curveball right over the plate. as we go into our next batter, Jorge Cortez.
This should be Umansor, I think. Matthew Umansor, the right fielder.
Oh, it is Matthew Umansor. I apologize.
That's number 5, yep.
Right.
And he took a swing at one and missed it.
For strike one. So it's one out on a K by Vega as he throws the next pitch outside for ball one. And for this at bat, it's 1-1 to Umansor as Andrew Vega delivers another curveball.
Nice.
Call strike. Yeah, he's got real good control of that curveball now.
It's popping right now.
Yeah,
it's breaking well. It's
Yeah.
got looping curve action on it. I'd love to see that.
Right, as Umansor looked like he was a little bit confused taking that pitch. As he throws another one, a little bit inside, call ball. Inside and low.
Broke a little bit inside and low on that one. Count evens at 2-2, but he's got that curveball breaking well right now.
Right. You know what I'd like to see right now? One of those outside fastballs he's been throwing. And see, that's what I'm saying. They leaning into that. So they didn't even call.
It's cued off the end of the bat. That's so bizarre.
Yeah.
Back-to-back cues off the end of the knob of the bat for a foul ball.
Bringing it to a 3-2 full count for Andrew Vega.
It's just unusual.
Umansor hits one hard to center field. A high towering fly ball that Isaiah Piper gathers easily on a routine fly ball for out number 2 in the bottom of the in the top of the fourth.
Top of the fourth here.
Top of the fourth here as we go into the third batter of the inning, number 8, Jorge Cortez. I was a little fast on that last one.
You're trying to get out of this inning for Vega as we want to see him go, 3 up and 3 down here with a looking strikeout and a fly to Piper. If we can get Cortez out here, that will bring the batters back up for Bowie.
Right, and I'm saying if he could finish this off with another one and help himself out here as he throws the first pitch low and outside for ball one. Like I said, he's trying to paint those corners. It's very evident. He's really good at changing eye level on these batters and changing his speeds. As he throws another one straight to the second baseman for a routine ground ball. As Sturgill gathers that in for the third out of the inning. As we go into the bottom of the fourth inning here, as the Volunteers are down 1-0.
As we go to the middle of the fourth inning, we'd like to invite you to see how these final innings unfold. Modern West Windows invites you to see the difference new windows can make in your home. Visit modernwestwindows.com to learn more about the sponsors of the Zach Arnold Productions fourth inning stretch. As you hear the melodious strains of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, the fourth inning stretch is brought to you by Modern West Windows. We'll be right back right after this.
When your high school field needs to look game ready, trust John Kling and the pros at Field Ops North Texas. This veteran-owned team delivers fast turnaround and long-lasting field striping for football, soccer, lacrosse, and more, using professional-grade paint and equipment. Field Ops proudly serves schools and communities across North Texas, helping student-athletes compete on fields that look as good as they play. Get a free quote today by visiting gofieldops.com/north-texas.
Navigating Medicare options isn't easy. Hi, I'm Patsy Arnold, and when the time came to navigate my options, I went to Chapman Cornelius. They helped me find the best plan for my needs, quoted me life insurance options, and guided me in making my decisions every step of the way. They want to do the same for you, so give them a call at 817-265-3346 or visit chapman-cornelius.com.
And welcome back to the volunteer baseball game here in Arlington as we watch Darian Brown or Isaiah Piper walk into the batter's box against Armendariz as he pops it out.
That was a ground ball.
Oh, it did. It hit first, and it was a ground ball down the left field line for strike one. Almendarez he's been doing pretty good though, actually.
Hold him to a goose egg, yeah.
Right.
He's
got a
not the
couple of
fastest
hits.
pitcher. He's not the wiliest pitcher, but so far he's been effective.
Right, as he gets the second pitch for strike 2 on the outside corner. Looked like a nice little changeup, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think most of his pitches look like changeup. He's got a slow velocity.
Mm-hmm. A very smooth delivery as he delivers ball 1. I mean, that's the thing. He was up it was a pitcher's count, so he's not going to throw anything, too hittable over the plate to our batter, Isaiah Piper.
Piper flew out to left field his first at bat.
As he takes a curveball for strike 3 for the first out of the inning, and unfortunately, I think he got a little bit fooled on that pitch. He was looking for maybe another fastball outside or maybe a changeup inside, something like that. But he ended up getting that off-speed pitch that had him sit down. As we go to our number 8 hitter, Andrew Vega, coming up to try and get on base and help himself out. As he takes the first pitch for ball 1.
Vega ground out to second base his first time up this evening. Looking to get something started here for Bowie.
As he takes the second pitch of the at-bat, and it's low. Call ball 2. So he's got a 2-0 count here. Let's see what he'll be doing on this next pitch by Almendarez. Fastball down the middle. Call strike. I felt like he was going to be looking the whole time, Pops.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to make that pitcher come into the strike zone when he gets behind in the count.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Call ball on the outside corner. Looks like he was trying to get him to chase a little bit. And Andrew Vega, as a pitcher, he knows what he's doing up there. He says, I'm going to be a hitter today. So it's 3-1 count as he gets the base on balls. So he's on first and with 1 out. As we go to Josue Martinez, Raul Sanchez. As we go to Raul Sanchez, the catcher here, looking to bring his pitcher around and move him forward in the base paths.
Sanchez flew out to the shortstop, backpedaling on that pop-up. It looked like it could have been out in left field. That first pitch is a strike. But he flew out to the shortstop, actually, on his first at-bat.
Almendarez is looking pretty good over there. He's taking a look at first base here. Delivers to the plate. Raul bunts. It looks like it goes to the catcher, and he gets thrown.
The umpire called foul.
Oh, I didn't see him call foul ball.
The umpire threw his hands up in the air, and he felt like that the catcher fielded the ball in foul territory, and so he immediately killed the play.
That's good. That's good. As Vega makes his way back over to first, and Raul Sanchez picks up his bat and gets ready into the batter's box for an 0-2 count. 1 down here. Almendarez gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Call ball 1. 1-2 here, the count.
Feels like that's been called before tonight as a strike, but we'll take it. We'll keep Raul alive here with a 1-2 count.
As Vega takes a short lead. Here's the pitch. Curveball hit hard to center field. As they approach, right fielder makes the play. Vega scampers back to first.
Matthew Ubensor coming in for that little flare out to the right field area, and that's 2 outs in the inning.
We have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th as Josue Martinez makes his way to the batter's box. Man on first, Andrew Vega. Almendarez already has 2 outs. He's finished out these last 4 innings with being unscathed. He's, maybe 1 or 2 hits, I think. Here's the pitch inside.
Gets away.
As Andrew Vega makes his way down to second on a pass ball.
Yeah, that one just kind of got away. I wouldn't pin that one on Almendarez. That wasn't a wild pitch. It was one that just seemed to get away from Oscar Cortez at the plate, and it spun away and gave enough time for Vega to get down to second.
Yeah, I think Oscar was going to make a play down to first. He looked like he was going into his mid, and it just popped out. As we go into the second pitch of the at-bat, delivery. Call strike on the outside corner. Yeah, we've
seen that before.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of pitches where it looks like it might be outside the zone, but, Blue calls it a strike. So we're here sitting at 1-1. Two outs.
Again, a critical position for Bowie with a runner in scoring position.
As the pitch is made by Almendarez, 2-1 count. Inside pitch, fastball, call for a ball.
You got Vega sitting out at second base in a 1-0 ball game. You need a clutch hit here from Josue to bring that runner in. He's going to third on a straight steal.
And he slides in safe. Andrew Vega steals third on the pitch to home plate for a ball, bringing the count to 2-1. We have Andrew Vega on third now, just waiting on Josue to make contact here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Almendarez delivers. Hit hard to second base. Right to him for an out. Line drive.
An Adam ball right at Brendan Jimenez. So it's a fly to the second baseman for the third out. And that's going to take us to the end of the Bowie fourth inning. It's Sam Houston 1, Bowie 0. As we step aside and go visit our sponsors here. This is Bowie High School Baseball, brought to you by Zach Arnold Productions, sponsored by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
Modern West Windows and Doors is a partner of the ZAP network. They're also partnered with trusted industry leaders like Lowen, Weather Shield, and Simpus to guarantee quality product and installation. Whether you're searching for new concepts for your entryway, living room, dining room, bedroom, or even a workshop, Modern West has the solutions you're looking for. Visit the showroom at 1211 6th Avenue in Fort Worth or visit modernwestwindows.com. Whenever a plumbing problem hits your home, experience matters. Pipe & Peak is a family-owned residential plumbing company with 16 years of experience that you can trust. They handle everything from yard leaks and slab leaks to tunnel work, and they're specialists in replacing old cast iron pipe. No job is too big or too small, and their pricing stays competitive. If you're seeing signs of aging pipes, now's the time to act. Send an email to Caleb Renfro to see how Pipe & Peak can help your home.
Welcome back to the ballpark at Bowie, folks. We've got an excellent ball game if you're a Sam Houston Texan fan. But if you're a baseball fan, a 1-0 ball game is a good pitcher's duel. We've got a good matchup here between Andrew Vega, who is on for his 5th inning of work here for the Volunteers. He's only given up 1 run, and it's Sam Houston got a 1-0 lead right now going into this top of the 5th inning. We're excited to be bringing this to you from the ballpark at Bowie as the catcher Sanchez throws down to second base here in his warm-up series. Sam Houston will be sending up their 9-1-2 batters to the plate this half inning. Christian Zatarain, the third baseman, leading off. Then it's back to the top for Sebastian De La Rosa on deck, and Angel Salgado is in the hole to get things started here. 1-0. If you like good baseball, share the link with your friends and jump in the chat and tell us where you're listening from, as Zatarain squares to bunt and takes a strike 1. Signing up for the Zach Arnold Production chat here on YouTube. Wait just a short 10 minutes and you can join the chat and tell us where you're listening from tonight. That next pitch from Vega is wide to the plate and goes all the way to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike on the leadoff batter, Christian Zatarain. A strikeout victim his first time at bat tonight. 1-1 pitch coming from Vega. Swung on and popped behind us for a second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah. I got it.
You're gonna reach out and grab that one.
Uh-huh.
I like the broken glass, or the different sound effects that can come from our in-game specialist here. That one goes out of bounds. There are some places that we played, like in Weatherford, if they have a foul ball like that, they play a bunch of chickens clucking, like you've hit the ball into the chicken coop.
Mm-hmm.
2 balls, 2 strikes here on Zatarain. Leadoff batter here in the top of the 5th. Swung on and missed. Vega gets another strikeout as Zetterrain sits down with the K. One out in the inning. Takes us back to the top of the order. Sebastian De La Rosa, the center fielder for the Texans. De La Rosa's coming around and swinging from the left-handed batting box here. He walked and scored the only run in the top of the first inning. Flew out to right field his last at bat.
That was the one that Brown
Yep.
ran down, right?
Yep. Swung on and hit to second base. Josue Martinez makes the play, throws over to Sturgill for the out. Routine play, well played there on the 4-3 putout in the second out of the inning. And that'll take us to Angel Salgado. Vega looking for another 1-2-3 inning. He got a 1-2-3 inning. I'm gonna jinx it now. But he got a 1-2-3 inning in his last inning in the fourth. Looking for another 1-2-3 affair here to shut Sam Houston down and get his bats up there again to try and regain that one-run deficit. Vega's wind and pitch. Called strike one on the low outside corner.
And you see that outfield is still playing in.
Very
They're
shallow.
playing in very shallow to this Sam Houston team.
The 0-1 pitch from Vega. On that inside part of the plate, just a little bit off for ball one.
That was one of those ones that we were talking about that looked like a strike to me.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Nice curveball hit down to third base. Uribe makes the play, throws across the diamond. Sturgill hauls it in for the third out.
Styling.
The 5-3 putout retires the Texans 1-2-3. And that'll take us to the mid-game break here as we go visit some of our sponsors here at Zach Arnold Productions. This is Bowie High School Baseball, brought to you by ZAP, sponsored by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Con un amplio y auténtico menú, satisface tus antojos o prepara tu próximo evento con nosotros. Visítanos todos los martes para disfrutar de Taco Tuesday con 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrar sucursales cercanas o hacer pedidos en línea, visita taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Welcome back to a increasingly chilly night here at the ballpark at Bowie here in southeast Arlington. Sam Houston 1, Bowie 0, but Andrew Vega is really shutting down the Sam Houston bats here in the last 2 at-bats, going 1-2-3, 1-2-3 in the 4th and the 5th inning, and that'll bring Bowie back up to the plate as Coach Nolan Crowdis trots down to the third base coaching box. The Volunteers are at the top of the order, bringing up their 1-2-3 batters. Micah Couch leading off. Jackson Turner on deck. Christian Uribe in the hole to start the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Volunteers need to get something going. They have left 6 runners on base so far tonight in this 1-0 affair. First ball hitting right to the third baseman, Christian Zetterrain. Snags it, throws it across the diamond for the first out.
The shortstop, number 5, Jackson Turner.
That'll bring up Jackson Turner after the 5-3 putout. Jackson Turner has been hit by a pitch and made it as far as second base and flown out to left field in his 2 attempts tonight. Officially over at the plate. 1 out here in the inning. Almendarez is on for his 5th inning. Nice curveball called strike 1. It was a slow looping curve. It seemed to take forever to get there.
It's like they haven't caught up with him yet.
Yep, the umpire rang that one up. 0-1 on Turner. Another curveball and another called strike. 0-2 on Jackson Turner. Do you come back with a straight fastball?
Outside.
The 0-2 pitch is swung on and hit down the right side foul.
That was just to protect the plate.
It was. He was hanging in there. Good job by Turner to stay alive.
Right.
If we had a good PA announcer here, we'd be playing the Bee Gees, "Staying Alive" about right now. Ooh, I just got a glare. That pitch is way inside over Turner's head.
Budget cuts.
He had to
Budget
duck.
cut, says Yachty Pagan. The voice of the Volunteers, making himself heard from the other end of the table. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jackson Turner. Swung on in a little flare in foul territory. The Texans will chase after it, but it'll fall harmlessly. Count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. Having a little fun in the booth here tonight.
As I'm looking for a big hit
We
from
love
Jackson.
Yachty and his support of what we do here at Zach Arnold Productions. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming from Almendarez as an excuse me that is tapped down the third base side. It'll be fielded there by Coach Nolan Crowdis.
That looked like that was going to hit him.
Yeah, it was way inside, and that one was kind of tapped off the neck of the bat, the narrow part right below the barrel. But the count stays alive, stays 1 ball and 2 strikes as Jackson Turner's really battling here to try and get something going for Bowie. 1-2 pitch, and that one gets him. He swung through that one for the strikeout and the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Christian Uribe, who's been hit by a pitch and got a good single in the third inning.
You know what, Pops? I think that was more so the umpires kind of calling the way that the umpire was calling. I think Jackson felt like he had to swing at that one because it was inside, and he felt like it was going to be called a strike.
Well, but the curveballs that were dropping in there were good calls. They were good calls by the umpire. So, yeah, he had to defend the plate no matter what speed that curveball was looping in there at, which was like about 20 miles an hour. First pitch to Uribe is high and inside for ball 1.
I'm sure he's
Yeah,
not looking to get
Almendarez
hit
is
again.
breaking those things off, but they're really slow. And that is hard for a batter to time. Almendarez whined in his pitch. It's another one of those curveballs. The umpire shakes his head this time and says, nope, that one's too high and inside. Didn't break enough on that one. 2 balls and no strikes to Uribe.
Trying to get it started here.
We'll take a 2-out rally if we can get a runner on base here.
They've done it before.
Absolutely. That one is in there on that outside corner for a called strike 1. Just a straight fastball. Count runs to 2 balls and 1 strike now on Uribe.
Yeah, Armendarez he's been pretty controlled this whole game.
Swung on and hit to shortstop. Ramos makes the play, throws across to first base, scooped out there by Angel Salgado for the 3rd out of the inning. So the 6-3 putout takes us to the break here. As your score remains, Sam Houston 1, Bowie Volunteers 0. We'll be heading to the top of the 6th inning. This is Bowie Baseball, brought to you by Zach Arnold Productions, sponsored by, and now we get the Bee Gees. You did that on purpose. We got the Bee Gees taking us out of the inning here as we are brought to you by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Field Ops North Texas is the trusted name in athletic field marketing for schools, teams, leagues, and tournaments. They even do commercial landscaping. The better question is, what can't they do? With fast turnaround times and proven expertise, they make sure your grounds look unbeatable every time. Call 817-908-2194 to find out more. Looking for a plumber you can rely on? Pipe & Peak handles all your residential plumbing needs. From tunneling and slab bleaks to camera inspection and sewer repair, and even cast iron replacement. They offer competitive pricing and now offer financing to make repairs easier to manage. Family owned and trusted for over 16 years, they treat every home like their own. Call 817-807-7069 to get your free quote and get your plumbing handled right.
Mom, the producer, hey, well, look at this, we're back. I was just checking out the chat, and Mom, the producer, is listening in from home across town. Welcome into the chat, Mom. Our anniversary is tomorrow, number 37. She has put up with me for 37 years, that woman has put up with me.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yachty says, poor Patsy. Thanks, Yachty. Somebody mute Yachty's mic down there, or just mute Yachty. Okay, the Texans are sending up the mystery number 17. We don't know who this is. No, it's number 12. This is Ramos. Ramos bunts it. Vega picks it up, throws over to Sturgill, and gets the out.
That's a good start.
Yeah, it's a good start to the inning.
That's a good start.
The 1-3 put out. It's the first out on the board. And you know, here's the thing. Vega has been pitching very well in these last several innings. He's got the Texans up and down 1-2-3 in the last 2 half innings. And so it's a good start. Now we've got mystery number 17.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark Ramos led off. We started, I'm hoping maybe I just wrote the number down or Coach wrote it down. I'm going to say this is Michael Soto. I'm just going to pretend this is Michael Soto here and in the DH position for the Texans. And instead of a 19, it's a 17. So sophomore Soto, we're going to give him credit for this DH. He got a base hit, 2 base hits so far tonight. And there's a called strike. Count goes to 0-1 with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. And my coach just tapped in on me. He finally gave me a text back as the next pitch from Vega is a called strike. This is indeed Michael Soto.
Okay.
So Coach Perez just probably wrote a 9 instead of a 7, or Pops wrote a 9 instead of a 7.
Well, I have 9 too, so
okay,
it might
good.
be just a mix-up.
Not Pops' fault. Outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Michael Soto. Who?
Batter number 17, Michael Soto, the designated hitter.
Soto, a sophomore, has done a good job at the plate tonight with 2 base hits. He hasn't scored, but he's been getting good raps in his appearances at the plate. 1-2 pitch coming from Vega. Curveball lifted into center field. Isaiah Piper's coming on, and he makes the catch.
Playing shallow.
Playing shallow, but still he had to charge that one.
A lot of speed.
Yep. He had to charge that one out there, but he was ready for it, playing shallow. Good play there for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Brandon Jimenez.
The second baseman, number 13, Brandon Jimenez.
Jimenez playing second base for the Texans tonight. Grounded to the pitcher and struck out his 2 appearances so far tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Vega's got 2 outs in the inning. His first pitch is low for ball 1.
I'm sure he's looking to K this guy as well again.
What if there's a bright spot so far, Vega is getting stronger as the game goes along.
Absolutely. He's got good control. He's got great placement as he throws this one in.
That's a called strike. It should have been. I was waiting on that umpire. I was like, "Come on, ump."
Yeah, it looked really good from here.
It was on that outside part of the plate, but enough to be a called strike for a 1-1 count now.
Yeah, he has great placement.
A little bit low and outside for that one. 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's probably making him try and chase.
Vega straightens his uniform, ready for the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right side. This one will be way out of the range for Sturgill and Brown. We've been complimenting those boys and their athleticism and their hustle. But that one's over in the soccer field behind us here.
Yeah, I think that fastball is a little bit much for.
2 balls, 2 strikes, the count now. And he swung on and missed. Vega gets out of the inning with an inning-ending strikeout. 3rd out of the inning will send the Texans back to the dugout, and Bowie bats coming back up to try and close this 1-0 gap. We're going to step aside and go visit some of our sponsors here. This is Zach Arnold Productions bringing you Bowie Baseball, sponsored by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades. And they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com. Looking for the most unique gift for your student or athlete? Local Legends Figures has you covered. The custom 6-inch figures are designed with you and your legend in mind. They even immortalize yours truly with a custom, never-before-used model to create a Zach the Voice figure for my 30th birthday. Huge thanks to our friends at Local Legends Figures. See pricing and place orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
Las albercas en Texas necesitan servicios durante todo el año. Romy Pools brinda servicios de calidad, incluyendo limpieza, mantenimiento y reparaciones. Llama al número 469-951-0107 para una consulta gratuita y pregunta por Roberto. Romy Pools, haremos que te enamores de tu alberca de nuevo.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 6th inning. Texans 1, Bowie 0. Bowie coming up to bat here, bringing their 4, 5, and 6 hole hitters to the plate. Item Fiorentino leading off from the designated hitter spot. Darian Brown on deck, and Isaiah Piper, the man who made the nice catch in the last inning, is in the hole. Fiorentino, Brown, and Piper, 1, 2, 3 for the balls here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Oscar Almendarez is on for his 6th inning of work, as he should. He's got a goose egg on the board out there, so no reason to take him out. Hasn't struggled that much. Bowie really, Sam Houston really creeping in on the edge of the grass as the first pitch is called a strike. The third baseman, Zatarain, is on the cut of the grass. The first baseman, Salgado, is on the cut of the grass on the right, expecting some kind of a bunt maybe. That curveball finds the strike zone. It's quickly 0-2 on Item Fiorentino.
Yeah, Item's got a big bat, so I'm looking for him to protect here.
He asks for time at the plate, and the umpire bails out from behind the plate there to make sure everybody knows time was granted. Yeah, Item with Fiorentino with a base hit in his first at bat. The 0-2 pitch. A little bit high and outside for ball 1.
Right. Let's see if he can break this defense here and get on base.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. And again, he calls for time. Fiorentino feeling like Almendarez taking just a little bit too time in between pitches here.
And they don't have that major league clock.
No. The wind and the 1-2 pitch. Skied to left center field on his horse, and going back towards the fence is Sebastian De La Rosa, and he catches up to it to make the catch.
That was a good play out there for center field over the shoulder on a hard hit ball by Fiorentino.
Yeah, Fiorentino really got a hold of that one and gave it a ride. And the outfielder for Sam was playing pretty shallow too.
Mm-hmm.
And so for Sebastian De La Rosa to catch up to that one was a good hustling play. We like to recognize when the other team makes a good athletic play, and we want to recognize De La Rosa for that. Mm-hmm. That'll bring up Darian Brown, left-handed batting right fielder, cuts and swings at that one and misses. Brown with 2 ground outs to first base, to the pitcher tonight. 2 ground outs to the pitcher. 1 out in the inning here. Almendarez's pitch is a looping curveball that catches that outside corner. It's quickly 0-2. Almendarez working ahead in the count here in this inning.
He loves that curveball on that corner over there.
And it's working for him.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well keep throwing it. The 0-2 pitch to Brown. Ooh. Umpire kind of flinched and thought about it, but decided it was a little bit high and outside for ball 1.
Well, if Darren hits, if he makes contact, he's so fast up that line.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. And the umpire bails out again as Brown asks for time.
Yeah, if he makes contact and puts it in play somewhere, unfortunately, the hard one that he hit back to the pitcher was right to him.
Yep. That one swung and hit back towards the pitcher, but it swung past him in the second. The shortstop is able to make the play. Ramos scoops it up, throws over to Salgado for the 6-3 out. That's the second out of the inning. Isaiah Piper coming to bat now, the center fielder. Has flown to left field and struck out his 2 appearances so far tonight.
See if he can get him started.
First pitch, a little bit low and inside for ball 1 to Piper. Piper, the center fielder. Almendarez ready. 1-0 count, swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike to Piper. 2 outs in the inning, nobody on for Bowie here.
This is the same situation. If he makes contact, he gets up that line pretty fast.
the beauty of baseball. One long hit can change the whole complexion of the game as that pitch is inside for 2 balls and 1 strike. One swing of the bat can send the ball over the fence and tie the game up. Or one swing of the bat can miss on this pitch, as he just did, and the count goes to 2-2.
Well, I mean, he's being a hitter up there. He's looking for his pitch.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's just not connecting.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Swung on and fouled to the right side. No chance for the right fielder or first baseman to make a play on that one. Count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Looking for a 2-out rally here.
Yeah, if we can speak that into existence, we'll take a chance on that, announcer's jinx. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That curveball, oh my goodness, caught him looking. Such movement on that. Looks like it's going to be inside, and then it breaks right back over the plate for the backwards K, and the Volunteers go down 1, 2, 3 here to Almendarez. It's still 1-0 Sam Houston heading into the top of the 7th inning. We're going to get a full game in tonight, folks. We'll step aside and visit our sponsors who we value so much here at Zach Arnold Productions. This is Bowie Baseball, presented by Zach Arnold Productions, sponsored by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades, and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com.
Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to hear Zach talk about things beyond the realm of sport, catch him with me, Ben Hart, on the Intergalactic Peace Coalition podcast. For nearly a decade, we've been geeking out on IPC about our favorite nerdy things. We have a back catalog of over 350 episodes diving into sci-fi and fantasy stories like no one else. Find the Intergalactic Peace Coalition at ipcpodcast.podbean.com or download via your favorite podcast app.
Welcome back to the top of the 7th inning. Pitcher's duel here from the ballpark at Bowie as Andrew Vega is on for his 7th inning of work. He has not given up a run since the 1st inning, folks. That's when Sam Houston scored their first run. He issued a walk to the first batter, and that runner ended up coming around to score. And there have been goose eggs since then for Sam Houston. And in the 4th inning, the 5th inning, and the 6th inning, Vega has put Sam down 1-2-3, 1-2-3, and 1-2-3. So he's getting stronger.
He's getting stronger, and that's the thing. Sebastian De La Rosa, he snuck across the plate.
Yes, he did.
He absolutely snuck across the plate for that one run.
Sam sending up their 7, 8, 9 batters, Umansor leading off. And he hits one right back to the pitcher. Vega snags it, tosses it over to Sturgill for the first out. So the 1-3 put out on Angel Quintero, my bad. Quintero is the one that just grounded out to the pitcher Vega for the first out, and that brings up Umansor.
And you talk about an athletic play.
Yes.
He reached across his body and caught that right on the pitcher's mound and made a great throw over to first.
Matthew Umansor has a base hit tonight, and he taps this one down the third base line foul for strike 1. Umansor, one of the senior captains for the Texans. Leader on this ball club for Coach Isaiah Perez. The 0-1 pitch from Vega is wide of the plate and back to the backstop.
He was reaching back to throw that fastball. He was reaching back hard. He kind of looked like he, he's been comfortable all game, but that one he looked like he was reaching back to throw that one pretty hard on the outside corner.
Seems like he does that about once an inning.
Mm-hmm.
He throws one really hard, and it gets outside and away from Sanchez at the plate. 1-1 pitch now from Vega. In the dirt, blocked well by Sanchez. Nobody's on base, nothing hurt. Good defense, though, by Raul Sanchez.
Staying active.
Pitcher's got to keep his catcher on his toes.
Right.
2 balls, 1 strike to count to Umansor. The pitch. Catches that outside corner for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he likes to be in this position, I think. These deuces wild, he likes this. One out here.
Both pitchers getting stronger as the game goes along. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Mansour goes down swinging, which I like to see. You know, keep hacking. Don't go down looking, but keep hacking away at it. That is going to be Vega's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th strikeout of the game for Vega. And that'll bring up George Cortez, the catcher. First pitch is a called strike one on that outside corner.
Painting those outside corners. Looking good out there with some good placement.
2 outs in the inning. That one goes a little bit wide and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cortez.
That was his one.
Yeah.
that
one didn't get away, though.
That one didn't get away, but it was out there.
When he throws outside, he throws way outside every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
1-1 pitch. Low and down. Low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on here for the Sam Houston Texans. Cortez, one of the sophomore players on this varsity team for Sam. Playing the catcher position. 2-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, he threw it out there a couple of times. That time he chased it. That's what he had been looking for, I think, the whole time.
Vega set in the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout. That's the 7th K of the game. 2 in this inning. And that sets the Texans down in order again. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Bowie Bats have got to find something to do with this 1-0 score. We'll step aside and visit our sponsors here. This is Bowie Baseball, presented by Zach Arnold Productions, brought to you and sponsored by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
Las albercas en Texas necesitan servicios durante todo el año. Romy Pools brinda servicios de calidad, incluyendo limpieza, mantenimiento y reparaciones. Llama al número 469-951-0107 para una consulta gratuita y pregunta por Roberto. Romy Pools, haremos que te enamores de tu alberca de nuevo.
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
Welcome back to the ball field of Bowie. It is the bottom of the 7th inning for your Volunteers, and it's do or die time. 1 for Sam Houston, 0 for Bowie. It's time for the Bowie Bats to warm up here on this chilly evening. Early in the District 8-6A action here, as Bowie will be sending up their 7, 8, 9 batters to the plate this half inning. Andrew Vega, the pitcher, leading off. Raul Sanchez, the catcher, on deck. Josue Martinez in the hole. Pitcher on the mound, Oscar Almendarez, number 18, is a freshman pitcher for Sam Houston. He is going to go the distance unless he gets pulled during the middle of this inning. His first pitch is low for ball 1. Vega, Sanchez, Martinez leading off here in this tightly contested ball game where, as Zach Arnold would say, runs are at a premium.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure right now on Armendariz. So let's see how he delivers.
2 straight balls to start off. 2 balls, no strikes to Vega.
Yeah, they got to make him win it. If he wants to win it, he got to come out here and pitch the ball.
I want to see him finish strong and make it a ball game. If you're going to make it a ball game, pitch well, get Bowie to earn it. 3 as the count goes to 3-0. No action in the Sam Houston bullpen.
Switching balls. He's
Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Oscar Cortez taking a little extra time, little gamesmanship here, switching the balls out and letting Almendarez think about it, get his head back on straight. Vega takes a little extra swing.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to take here, right?
3-0, he should. And it is a called strike. Looked a little bit in the lower part of the zone, but over the plate. And the count goes to a hitter's count of 3 balls and 1 strike for Andrew Vega. Vega grounded out to second and got a walk. And that's the second strike called. The count evens at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count here.
If history serves me right, I feel like we got a curveball coming on.
Let's see how that comes out. Swung on and hit out to second base. Short hopped to Brandon Jimenez, and he snags it and throws it over to Salgado for the first out. Nice play there by the second baseman on the short hop.
Mm-hmm. On the short hop. He he almost so late that he turned his head away, but the ball appeared in his mitt for an easy throw.
I think he was shying away because he didn't want it to come up off his glove and then smack him in the nose.
Absolutely, on a bad bounce.
Raul Sanchez at bat for Bowie. First pitch is skied in the infield. The catcher's got a chance at this one, and it's just a foot or two out of his reach. Oscar Cortez, a hustle back to the backstop, but he just misses it for a big strike one on Sanchez. Cortez showing some good hustle there.
Slipped on his turn a little bit. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Fortunate for Raul.
And the Volunteers.
Exactly. He gets another chance after he swings at that first pitch.
Bowie needs a base runner here. Come on, folks. Think it. Think it out there. We need a base runner.
See it, believe it.
Almendarez 0-1 delivery. A little high and inside for ball one. Ball one and strike one on Raul Sanchez. Flied to shortstop, flied to right field. His 2 at-bats tonight. Need to straighten one out here, Raul.
That's something that Armendariz gets. He gets bailed out.
Yep. That ball's hit out to second base. Jimenez with a
backhand
scoop and a throw. You're right, on the backhand throw, and that's the second out of the inning. Bowie's down to their last batter here. 2 outs in the inning, a 1-run ball game, and Josue Martinez coming up.
Josue Martinez.
Jose got as far as third base in the 3rd inning and then a fly out to the second baseman. Bowie down to their last chance here against the Sam Houston Texans.
I feel like he needs to make Armendariz work a little bit.
First pitch is inside for ball one. Almendarez is ready, and his next pitch caught the inside corner that time for a called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Almendarez looking to go the distance for a complete game shutout. His 1-1 pitch, a little bit low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Josue Martinez looking to keep the Bowie hopes alive here with 2 outs in the inning. Almendarez turns, and the 2-1 pitch swung on and hit down the third base line in between the third baseman Zatarain and Coach Crowdis, all the way down to the coffin corner. Number 17, Soto, races down to that fence line to pick up that foul ball. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bowie down to their last strike. Almendarez wind in the 2-2 pitch. Curveball. Inside, ball 3. The drama continues.
Ooh, it looked like it hit him.
I thought it might have. I thought it was close enough, but he escaped it and lives to swing the bat. The payoff pitch coming from Almendarez. Swung on and hit out to short. Diving play by Ramos. The throw is going to be late to first base. Bowie has a runner at first with 2 outs in the inning. Coach Johnson clapping his hands at the hustle by Josue Martinez there on that base hit in the infield. Nice try by Mark Ramos, a diving snag. And that's going to bring out Coach Perez to the mound for just a little visit with his pitcher. We'll see what we do. Ow, and he's taken the ball from him. We're going to step aside here for a little break in the action as we have a pitching change. New pitcher coming down the pipe, presented by our friends at Pipe and Peak Plumbing when we come right back.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Romy Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Romy Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
Local Legends Figures immortalizes your athlete's achievements for a lifetime. Featuring 6-inch figures with poses in football, baseball, band, hockey, even lacrosse. Local Legends makes every effort to show their likeness down to every possible uniform detail. To order your custom figure, call 817-681-0319 or email orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
Welcome back to the ballpark at Bowie. Pitching changes are presented by Pipe and Peak. Serving the Arlington area for over a decade. Arrange for a free quote by calling 817-807-7069. Mid-game pitching change brought to you by Pipe and Peak. We got a new pitcher coming out. Cameron, who is on the mound now for Sam Houston?
That's going to be Christian Zadaran coming in, a right-hander. Looks like he's going to relieve here.
Yeah, Almendarez went a strong 6 2/3 innings here tonight with a shutout ball, and he gives up one infield base hit, and Coach Perez comes out to the mound with the hook. So we'll have to see. We did see number 17, Soto, is going to take the position at third base as Zadaran comes in, and Almendarez just goes out to sit and rest for the rest of the ball game. So Soto coming in to play at third, Michael Soto. And with a runner on and first and 2 outs, that's going to bring up the top of the order for the Volunteers, Micah Couch. Can we get a 2-out rally here and at least get one run across, Cam?
That's all they need. They just need one person to make a play out here and hit one hard in a gap or something.
There's some kind of conference going on out here at the mound as the umpire hand delivers a baseball to Christian Zadaran. Not sure what that was about, but it was friendly. So number 2 on the mound, pitching to number 3 at the plate, Micah Couch. 0 for tonight at the plate. That curveball is inside and hangs high for ball 1. Couch grounded out to short. Got on base for an error, but then was tagged out in a rundown and grounded to third.
Well, Zadaran's coming on. He's coming on in a nice pressure situation in this game.
And he plunks the batter, Couch, and puts a second runner on base, and the tying run is now out at third. Couch on first with the hit by pitch. That pushes Josue Martinez down to second and brings up Jackson Turner with a chance to tie the game here. Turner with a fly to left, a hit by pitch, and was stranded at second in the third inning, and a strikeout his last at bat. Bowie with some hope alive here with 2 runners on and 2 out.
And that's the thing. Jackson is a big hitter. It's a big situation, and I'm looking for him to do something special here.
First pitch hangs high for Zadaran, ball 1. All they need is that runner at second base in Josue Martinez to cross the plate. The 1-0 pitch. High and outside, ball 2. Bowie's going to have to make Zadaran come into the zone. He hasn't found the strike zone yet.
They tell him that Soto walked up and told him, calm down a little bit. We got your back over here.
2-0 on Turner. The pitch. High for ball 3.
Bases loaded for Oubre.
Possibility coming. Uribe is on deck here. Should he get the opportunity with 2 outs here in the inning? 2 outs, 2 on. A 3-0 count to Turner. Zadaran comes set.
Still
high for ball 4. That loads the bases for Uribe. Christian Uribe coming up to bat.
Here comes Coach.
Is this Perez? Perez comes out again. Does he have the hook again? We shall see. Let's see what happens when he gets to the mound. Pressure situation here for the Sam Houston Texans as they're clinging to the lead here. Bowie looking to do anything they can to push a run across here.
Is he switching?
Yes, it looks like the ball is going to number 12 maybe. We will step aside and clarify who the new pitcher is for Sam Houston. This is another new pitcher coming down the pipe, presented by our friends at Pipe and Peak Plumbing. When we come back, we'll identify the new pitcher and get back into this exciting conclusion to tonight's ball game. We'll be right back.
Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to hear Zach talk about things beyond the realm of sport, catch him with me, Ben Hart, on the Intergalactic Peace Coalition podcast. For nearly a decade, we've been geeking out on IPC about our favorite nerdy things. We have a back catalog of over 350 episodes diving into sci-fi and fantasy stories like no one else. Find the Intergalactic Peace Coalition at ipcpodcast.podbean.com or download via your favorite podcast app.
PDA Advocacy Group would like to remind you that autism is a wide spectrum of neurological differences and it's on the rise, now affecting 1 in 36 Americans and more cases found in males. Those with autism have trouble with social interactions, communication, and can engage in repetitive or self-harming behaviors. While the causes of autism are still being researched, we can begin to learn more by visiting nationalautismassociation.org.
Welcome back to the exciting conclusion of District 8-6A action here between the Sam Houston Texans and the Bowie Volunteers. It's a 1-0 ball game. Let me set this scene for you. The pitching change is presented by Pipe and Peak Plumbing, serving the Arlington area for over a decade. Arrange a free quote by calling 817-807-7069. The pitching change, second one of the inning, presented by Pipe and Peak Plumbing, as we have a new catcher as well at the plate.
Now catching number 14, Angel Salgado.
Angel Salgado coming on to take the catching duties over, and the new pitcher, Mark Ramos, coming in from shortstop. We'll have to check for you to see who's taking the shortstop position when the little conference breaks at the mound here. But what an opportunity here for Bowie as the bases are loaded now with 2 outs and a 1-0 ball game and a new pitcher coming in. So Bowie just needs that 1 run, 2 to walk it off in order to finish out this ball game here. An exciting conclusion to this Tuesday night action here in spring break between the Bowie Volunteers hosting the Sam Houston Texans. Mark Ramos coming on from that shortstop position, still taking some of his warm-up pitches because the catcher is just now getting his gear changed. Umpire's going to give him 2 throws home. Number 17, Soto, moves over to short. And number 2, Zatarain goes back to his position at third.
And number 13, Brandon Jimenez is at second still.
Jimenez at second, Salgado at first. So Mark Ramos with just a little shifting in the infield here as we come into a bases loaded situation, clutch situation for Christian Uribe. Uribe has a base hit to his credit tonight so far. The Bowie faithful urging him on to make some contact here and get that run across. At least 1 run needed, maybe 2 to walk it off here. What a fun situation set up here for Christian Uribe.
His walk-up song, Lil Troy, I'm a baller. Let's see what he does here.
Ramos stares in the first pitch with the bases loaded. Called strike 1 by the home plate umpire. 2 outs, bases loaded. You can't get much better drama than this, folks. This ball game could teeter either direction. The Bowie dugout is alive with excitement, encouraging Uribe here.
Jimenez wants to make up for that diving play that he didn't make.
Ramos gets it. It's going to fall in. 1 run is going to come across. Here comes the second runner. The throw to the plate. It's coming in, and it's safe at the plate. Bowie walks it off on a base hit by Christian Uribe.
Cleanup hitter.
Christian Uribe plates Martinez. Christian Uribe plates Micah Couch. And the Bowie Volunteers break the hearts of the Sam Houston Texans, who took it into the bottom of the 7th inning and walk it off in winning style here. What an exciting turn of events here at the ballpark at Bowie as the teams come out and shake hands. A well-played ball game, a well-pitched ball game, and a clutch hit finally by Christian Uribe brings the win home for Bowie, 2-1. Let me step aside and catch my breath here. We're going to take a small break, and we'll come back for the post-game show presented by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
No errors. And 6 left on
camera.
base.
Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. If you would.
Welcome back to the exciting conclusion. The game is over, folks. Sam Houston scored 1 run in the first inning, and that stuck all the way through the game into the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. What an amazing game this baseball thing is. And we've been saying all night how it can teeter either way, and Uribe comes through.
Uribe comes through, absolutely. But you know what I want to point out? 7 strikeouts.
Oh,
Andrew
yeah.
Vega, he held strong. He threw hard. He placed the ball where it needed to be placed, and the guys behind him made plays.
Yep, they sure did. I mean, Vega just got stronger. He set the Texans down 1, 2, 3 in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th innings. He just got on a roll and had, like you said, those 7 strikeouts and just held Sam to no more runs than that one they got in the first inning. Bowie left a total of 6 runners were left on base prior to the bottom of the 7th inning. And we've been saying all night, Bowie, we need a clutch hit. Mm-hmm. And Christian Uribe, finally comes through with that clutch hit. Sam Houston meeting with their team down on the third base line, trying to figure out what happened and encouraging each other. Bowie meeting over on top of first base. Coach Johnson talking to them about how close this was and how maybe it shouldn't have been so close, but it was. Boy, what an exciting ball game. If we had to pick a player of the game, I've got a tough draw between Vega and Uribe.
I'm going to get – I mean, I've been kind of talking about Andrew all night, so I think it's Andrew. But that big hit at the end, you know what I think happened? Almendarez got tired.
That's what we noticed. I mean, in that bottom of the 7th inning, Almendarez had been rolling along pretty strong, got 2 outs in the inning, and then all of a sudden, Coach Bettis comes out and pulls him from the game. He gave up that 1 base hit.
Right.
He gave up that base hit that was a hard hit to Ramos. It wasn't really Almendarez's fault, but it was a hard hit to Ramos, who was going away from second base to make the snag and didn't get it at first. And after that, Coach Bettis came out and pulled Almendarez, and the only thing we can think is just by his body language in those last couple of pitches is maybe he just got gassed, and Coach knew it. Mm-hmm. So and Zatarain came on and just couldn't find the zone and walked the bases loaded, and then Uribe, the hero. So, I mean, like I said, it's a toss-up. I want to give co-players of the game.
You could do that.
To Vega, Vega for his great defense, and for Christian Uribe for finally coming through with a clutch hit for the Bowie Volunteers to pull their district record to 2 wins and 1 loss. Heartbreaker for Sam Houston in that game to be leading so far into the game and then to drop it. But you know what? As Ron Washington used to say, that's how baseball go.
That's how baseball goes.
I mean, it's the type of game that we were saying can just swing either way on 1 hit of the bat, and that's exactly what happened to Uribe. The ball game changed from a 1-0 deficit to a 2-1 win. It's just so exciting to see a walk-off win here at the ballpark at Bowie as the Bowie players are out there cleaning up the field. Coach Crowdus is out there running the little four-wheeler, and Coach Johnson's team goes to 2-1 in District 8-6A to end this Tuesday night. Any final thoughts, Cam?
Just happy to be here. I really thought that they were going to do a little bit more in the batting situation. Unfortunately, it didn't happen until the 7th. It was a couple of pitching changes. Guys, the pressure came, and Uribe in the cleanup spot did what he was supposed to do. Hit it hard somewhere, make a play. and they couldn't make that play with what's the name coming around to score the second run, the go-ahead run. And the Volunteers coming out with a beautiful win this Wednesday night.
Yeah, we were very, very privileged to be here to watch this great ball game here tonight. Thank you, Cameron, for a good call during the middle innings and good production work in the bookend parts of this game. You did a good job tonight, and I appreciate your efforts. At Zach Arnold Productions, we're very glad to be able to bring on some interns. Cameron is a broadcasting intern at UT Arlington, and so he's getting some live hands-on experience here in bringing you the Bowie ball game tonight, and we're very grateful for him to be here and a part of our Zach Arnold Productions team. The next up for Bowie Volunteers is against the Sam Houston Texans at Sam Houston, so just up the road a little bit on Friday night. The other game in our Zach Arnold Productions is going to be Arlington High and the South Grand Prairie Warriors. And let me go over just a little bit and see if I can get you an update on that score over across the town, as Arlington was at South Grand Prairie tonight. Let's see if we can tune in real quick. Zach does a much better job at multitasking on these things than I do. Nope, not going to be there. The game is already over. Maybe he'll text me because he's probably listening in like he usually does. But the top two, some of the top teams in the district will play again Friday night over at South Grand Prairie. I'll be at that game. Cameron, I'd have to look and see where you're going to be that night.
Yeah.
But anyway, good ball game here tonight as we get ready to sign off here from the ballpark at Bowie. We're very, very excited to bring you Bowie High School baseball, and very excited about the ending to this one here tonight. So until we meet again on Friday night, we wish you a safe spring break during the course of this week. And if you're here at the ballpark, a safe drive home, and we'll see you again on Friday night. Thanks for being here, folks. This is Pops and Cameron signing off. Have a great evening. Oh, Colts won that game 2-1.
Same
2-1. Zach came through. He's listening to us.
Same score.
Same score.
Same
So
score.
Arlington takes a game against South at South's Field, and we'll host them at Arlington High on Friday night. So with that, we will say goodnight. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. This is Pops and Cameron with Zach Arnold Productions. We'll see you later.